y'all, welcome back to Fig and Thistle Books. I'm Amanda, and today we're going to talk about my January TBR. So, oh, that was a long and dramatic pause. Anyways, I am pausing weirdly and awkwardly because I'm tired. We're in the middle of moving house. You can see things are kind of looking sparse. There's a giant pile of boxes and general chaos all through my house, and we're moving on Friday. So I wanted to film one last video before we pack everything up and move house and wait for internet and stuff to get installed. So this is probably my last video for the week, and my next video, hopefully I'll get to show y'all a sneak peek of my house, and really excited. It's cute. I am going to have to like downsize some of my book collection, but not too much. I don't think so. We'll make it work. Make it work. Okay, so my January TBR. I've got 8 books here. I probably won't read all 8 books, but I like to start out with a nice, ambitious stack of books because I never know what sort of mood is going to hit me. So first off is a book that I thought I would finish before the end of the year, before it was like, hey, let's move the week after Christmas. And that is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is my favorite book in the Harry Potter series. My least favorite movie. It was bad. This book, however, is amazing. And this has been a great book to pick up while I'm packing and the kids have been home. Because I'm familiar with the story. I'm familiar with the characters. I can pick it up, put it down. Whereas some of these other books, I would be getting pretty pissy if people were interrupting me, or I had to do something practical like, turn my water on at the house, or, pack a box. So this has been great, and I'm hoping to finish this off before we move so I can start a new book in the new house. Next on the list, we have Angela Carter's The Magic Toy Shop. This will be a reread for me. I believe this will be the 4th time I've read this book, but the first time was in college, and I think the last time I reread it was a solid 10 years ago. So I'm really looking forward to revisiting this book. It is magical realism. It is literary and beautiful and dark and haunting and troubling, all those wonderful things. And this is for my Virago challenge. So yeah, we're going to dip into that, visit an old friend there. Next, we have Wilkie Collins' No Name, and this is for my Roof Beam Readers TBR Pile Challenge that I posted about a few days ago. And this one looks really good. I just finished Jezebel's Daughter by Wilkie Collins, and it's a little Wilkie Collins novel, but it was really good, and I enjoyed it. And I didn't post a review because all the moving and Christmas shenanigans, I didn't have the spoons. So, but it made me really hunger for more Wilkie Collins. I need a big, fat, immersive, sensationalist Wilkie Collins novel. And so what better one to pick up than this one? So, yeah, we're going to go see what No Name's about. Next, we have The Changeling by Victor Levaye. I hope I pronounced that right, Victor Levaye. And this is for ink and paper blogs around the world in 1,000 pages. I should really write these challenges down before I film. And basically his goal is each month there's going to be a book picked, and we'll visit a different continent through 6 months. So this is the first book. I'm excited about reading it. It looks like it's going to be maybe a little bit of magical realism or horror or something. On the back, it refers to it as like a dark fairy tale. So from what I understand very briefly of the plot, it is a young man and his wife have a baby. The wife starts acting oddly and after the baby's born, and something horrible happens, and then he kind of ends up on a journey of sorts. So I'm looking forward to this one. I've intentionally avoided really in-depth reviews because I want it to be a surprise. I find with magical realism or horror or anything gothic-y, if someone spoils the plot for you, it really kind of spoils it. I want to be scared and shocked and surprised along with everybody else. So there's that one. And I will link Russell Ink and Paper Blogs Challenge down below if you want to participate. Next, we have Jingstele by Lindsay Fay. This is one that I started reading a few years ago. Yeah, it was either 1 or 2 years ago. So maybe not a couple. And it's basically like a retelling of Jane Eyre, or it's very influenced by Jane Eyre, and she murders horrible men. That's something I can get behind. And I had started reading it and I was enjoying it, and I put it down, and I don't know why I put it down, and I'm going to pick it back up, and I'm just going to start over because I don't remember where I left off at. So we'll start over. All right, next we have The One That Got Away, the book that I purchased in hardcover from Book Depository because it wasn't available in the States, because I had to read it right then, and then I didn't read it. And that is The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. I don't know why. Why have I not read this book? Oh yeah, grad school. Anyways, I'm going to read this book in January. I'm really looking forward to it. The cover is gorgeous. It's been talked about a ton, so I won't go into much of the plot here. Basically set during Victorian times. Is there a giant serpent? Is there not? Is God involved? Is something else involved? We don't know. We're going to find out. Next, we have my poetry selection for Fig and Thistle's Poetry Challenge, which I will link below if you'd like to join us. Join us. We will be reading Kaveh Akbar's Calling a Wolf a Wolf. I'm really looking forward to digging into this collection. I've already read a few of the poems, and then I've reread a few of the poems because they were just so beautiful and so just, gosh, you're going to love them. So we're going to read that. And next, I'm gonna read some short stories because I love short stories, and I don't know why I don't reach for them more. I asked for recommendations the other day on Twitter because I just had this sudden insatiable thirst for short stories. I'm like, I need more short story collections. I think it's because I was packing. I'm like, why do I not have more short stories? I love short stories. And I think the reason is it takes a very skilled author and a very skilled editor to put together a really awesome collection of short stories. Because when I talk to people, and I've had this experience too, sometimes you're reading a collection of short stories and 3/4 of them are like banging. You're like, this is great. And then there's, that was okay. And people lose interest if they hit a story that maybe doesn't necessarily speak to them. And so I feel like I'm searching for really good authors or really skilled editors who've put together really like 5-star collections, so I don't lose my steam. So I picked up Ken Liu's The Paper Menagerie, and this looks like it will also have some elements of magical realism, but with some technology in there, but not to sound sci-fi. Let's see here. I'll just read the bottom part of the blurb. I won't read the little short story synopses. These 15 evocative short stories and novellas tour the poignant history that always haunts immigrants, survivors of war, and our consistent technological advances as they are explored through love, race, and politics. An award-winning author, Liu and his stories invoke the magical within the mundane in profound and moving ways. So, I'm really looking forward to this. It looks like a great collection, and this will be great for dipping into on my lunch breaks or during nap time. Sometimes the kids will not always nap, but they'll at least watch a movie for a little bit or a cartoon show, and I can sneak in a short story. So, all right, so those are my books for my January TBR. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great start to the reading month. I will also be reading several textbooks and mini articles about library science because school starts next week. Yay! No, I'm actually really excited. I really like school because I'm a total dork. So anyways, let me know. Have you read any of these? Do you like them? Which one should I start with? I'm leaning towards starting out with Angela Carter's The Magic Toy Shop after I finish Harry Potter because sometimes rereads are easy to get into when you're in the middle of transitioning into a new house or you've got a lot going on. So, but we'll see. Maybe I need to like sink myself into one of these other books. So what would you recommend? Let me know. Let's talk. All right, y'all have a great day. I hope you had a wonderful new year and you have a lot of excellent books on your January TBR. All right, bye.